mean, it's newer here in the East Coast a few years, right? So like going into it, other folks who are listening are probably wondering like, I'm on the fence. I wonder if I should get into this space or not. Like, can you share some stories of like what were their challenges that you were facing, and then maybe help give some insight to those that are listening?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. I think there are so many challenges. One just being, family and friends and work colleagues kind of like, I left a pharmaceutical job voluntarily to pursue this passion venture for myself. And it left a lot of my colleagues kind of scratching their head like, why would you leave this sure thing that you've worked so hard to have a career in, and now you're kind of doing this other thing? Like a lot of people didn't understand. And I think sometimes the old, especially like my parents or like my wife's parents, it was this older way of thinking and this older generation of being like, you're leaving the medical field to go into cannabis. Like, head scratcher to them. So there was certainly elements that made it challenging and, feeling like I had to explain myself to people. Now, the other thing that I think was also probably the two biggest hurdles was just getting into this industry and how many people were interested and how much competition there is. So it's great to sort of make a plan and you start down the path, but you're fighting so many things against all the competitors. Everybody else is trying to rush into the industry. How do you differentiate between what the next person's doing and what you're doing? All the hurdles very well in terms of marketing these businesses and being a small startup where you don't have an endless supply of money to navigate these things. It's really challenging to get in and figure out where your place is and, kind of segue out of something else to doing this full time. Like I think a lot of people kind of dip their toe in. It was like a side hustle thing for them. And it's hard to do that. You're going to launch a business and not be fully kind of immersed and dedicated to it. It's hard to get it off the ground, never mind all the competition you're dealing with and the marketing hurdles.